Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is still Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Now, how do I say this? Because I find it hard to believe, but I know it's true because I'm experiencing it myself. But I still find it hard to believe that here we are in 2025. I'm an adult. I'm a grown man. I got grown man wisdom, grown man knowledge, grown man understanding. I behave and carry myself like an adult, like a grown man, like a man's supposed to. And sometimes I take it for granted and think that all other men my age or whatever see it the way I see it. That you're supposed to behave and carry yourself like a man. Hold on, y'all. My bad, I had to move something. Now, as I was saying, I'm assuming, you know what to say about assuming, but I'm assuming that men know how to behave, which I know better because I deal with males all the time that I can't believe. I'm like, who raised you? But still, I would assume, or I would have figured, that with all the information we have, the technology, to be able to see everything that's going on around the world, around your country, around your neighborhood, around your city, around your town. We got access to news and information all around the world, right here at our fingertips. So I'm figuring, because I'm a smart man, and I know better than to do this. So I'm thinking, seeing what we're seeing, everybody know better. But obviously not, because here I am, surprised that I have to make this video, that I have to tell adults, especially grown men, to leave people alone. This message is to everybody, male or female, young or old. Leave people alone. And even more dramatic, try to make it stick a little better, leave people the F alone. Where you going with this, Big Ward? Glad you asked. We know people are on the edge, right? You couldn't have not watched more than 3 videos of mine and not know. Because I'm telling you, I'm letting you know. People on the edge, people are snapping, people are losing their minds, people have given up, right? So any given day, at any given time, you don't know what's on a person's mind. You don't know what just happened to them. You don't know what they just lost, what kind of trauma they just experienced, or what kind of trauma they experienced 20 years ago that they're still carrying around, and all it takes is one incident to make them snap and lose it all. With all this access to what's going on around the world, how did anybody get up the nerve to pick at, to F with, to bother, to, what you call it when you, to agitate, to infringe on the space and the peace and the rights of another human being to be left alone? Why should I have to come out here right now on this video and tell grown people, grown men, stop picking at folks for your own good? Leave folks alone for your own good. You may have made it up in your mind thinking, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing, he's scared, he a nerd, You know, he ain't about that smoke. He ain't about that life. He's scary. He ain't gonna do nothing. He a coward. First of all, what person in their right mind wanna F with people? In the first place. I'm 6'4", almost 6'5". I'm close to 6'5". 275 to 280 pounds, depending on what time of day it is. Muscular, athletic, stronger than ox. I don't care if you 5'3", 110 pounds soaking wet. I ain't messing with you. I'm not picking on you. I'm not bossing you around. I'm not exerting my will over you, my force, my power, none of that. I'm going to carry and treat you like you a giant. Because on the inside, you just might be. I'm not just because I'm a big son bitch, I'm just feeling like I can just walk around this bitch and just, I used to. And that's how I know not to tell you. Some dude laid me up in the hospital that I can beat the brakes off of. But he wasn't having it. I know. But I was young then. I wasn't no grown man. What I'm saying now, I'm talking to grown men because I see grown men on the internet. And if this is you, you better stop. I don't care who that person is you think you messing with, you think they ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, he ain't. Including the ones who effing with me. Mooching others. You're too old and stupid to be around here in 2025 still picking on people. Y'all call it trolling now. I wouldn't dare. I was watching a story. For example, YouTuber beefing with another YouTuber, trolling. And no big deal, it's just trolling. That dude he was trolling caught him outside on live, walked up to him and unalived him and his wife. Over that. Because you don't know what people going through. If you are listening to me right now, my trolls, you lucky that I ain't, but you never know you can catch me on the wrong day. But as of right now, I ain't finna, as long as you don't walk your ass up on me, you can troll me. I'll block you, whatever, But everybody ain't walking around in their bright mind like I am. I know I'm a big dude. I know I can handle myself. I know I done been through the jungle. I know how to, so I ain't too quick to just go off. But you don't know what people dealing with in their mind out here while you out here fucking with people. I'm seeing it all over because I got access to the same technology y'all do. And I cannot believe what I'm seeing, that I'm seeing grown people, men and women, but especially men, picking on what they think is weaker men than them. I see men all the time that I think are weaker than me. I see men all the time that I know for a fact I can beat their ass. And they don't have I treat them just as nice. They have no problem with me. I know I can whoop them. And I treat them like respect. Long as you ain't, if you treat me with respect, I'm treating you with respect. I couldn't imagine myself out here picking on folks. Listen to that word, picking on people. That's something children do. And now you can't pick on children no more because they come in school and brah, brah. What you think that's for? Bullying. Somebody effing with them. And here I am looking at grown men on the internet making videos, in comment sections, picking on other men. Taking it for granted that person might not have just lost their damn mind while you picking on them and you caught them you might have picked on them and effed with them 1,000 times before and nothing happened. And today could be your day. And everything you ever said about that person, every time you ever made that person feel this big, it come all rushing back at one time and they cut your head off. I mean, literally, off your body. Don't you see what's going on? Don't you not realize what people are dealing with out here? My advice to you is stay the hell as far away from around people as possible. Mooch and anybody else, not just my trolls. If you trolling anybody, leave them people alone. If you ain't never listened to nothing else I ever said, you better listen to this. I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all. Thinking it's okay to be out here in 2025 when everybody's on the edge, thinking it's all right to F with grown-ass people. Everybody's strapped. But everybody mentally stable. And also, in the day and time we're living in, it can be somebody who ain't never had a fight. Somebody who ain't violent at all. Somebody who won't hurt a fly. You catch them at the right time, which would be the wrong time for your ass, and they will go off. Because you don't know what they dealing with. Somebody who ain't never had a fight. Somebody who don't even know how to fight. Somebody who probably you ain't never even seen them mad. Wouldn't hurt a fly. Go off and unalive 3 or 4 people at one time. You be like, I didn't, you ever see them news stories where somebody done did some horrific, terrible type act and they interview the people that know him? I just couldn't believe he would do something like that. I couldn't believe she would do something like that. She's so quiet. She's so sweet. He's so kind. He's just a big teddy bear. He wouldn't hurt a flea. And he just went off. You don't know what people dealing with. Listen to me. I want to say some names, but I ain't. Some channels I be watching, there's people just constantly effing with other people. Making videos about other people, thinking it's all gravy. Until them folk walk up behind you and get you up out of here. You gone, they're in a mental institution. You thought it was just, he a coward. I'll whoop his ass. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. I grew up during a time when the OGs taught us, a scared man will kill you before a brave man will. Keep that in mind while you're here picking on people that you think are a coward, which they might be a coward. That dude you effing with just might well be a coward. I said it wrong. I'm tired, y'all. You may be picking on a real coward. You may be picking on somebody that is scared of you. You may be effing with somebody that ain't known to do nothing. They've been slapped around a few times, didn't do nothing. They've been bullied, didn't do nothing. They've been laughed at, didn't do nothing. And it just might be the day your ass effing with them and they let you have it. And everybody be on the news talking about, I can't believe he did that. He ain't never hurt nobody. I ain't never seen him mad. And he just unalived that dude. He hit him 50 times with that switch. Cause you effing with him. Listen, ladies, how many times I gotta tell y'all this? At the light, in the grocery store, wherever you at, don't you F with people. Don't you say nothing to these folks. Leave people alone. The same way I know you want to be left alone. I want to be left alone. Leave people alone. Your ass better stop. You're too goddamn old. You know who you are. And if you're out here messing with people nowadays, you too stupid too. To be out here provoking people in the time we're living in with everybody under stress. Everybody walking around on pins and needles. I hear so many people talking about they don't want to be here no more. How do you know you ain't picking on somebody who feel that way? That they don't want to be here no more. And here you are trolling. Here you are making videos. Here you are on the job. Fronting on them on the job. Embarrassing them on the job. Effing with folks on the job. I got a lady friend was telling me about her supervisor, a black woman, the supervisor, and how bad she treat her on the job. And this woman I'm talking about is a sweet, loving, kind, caring person. If you met her, it ain't somebody you want to treat bad and do wrong. She ain't somebody, when you see her and interact with her, she ain't the type of person to give you the vibe, I want to treat her bad. Loving, kind, do anything for you. And yet here her supervisor is. I know this person is a good person. Kind-hearted. No fighting, no none of that. Talk about problems, work out solutions, all that. And on a job with a supervisor that constantly F with her, having her want to cry and stuff like that. You may be that supervisor that I'm talking about. Or you may be a supervisor on a job. And you giving your employees hell. You ain't thought twice about it. They don't want to lose their job. And you just showing them your power. You showing them you the boss. You ain't nothing to play with. You ain't gonna be on the news. Keep on. Listen to me. This ain't just for YouTube trolls and people that's trolling people and people that you may be a supervisor on a job right now. You may be the owner of the company. And you treat your employees like shit. Knowing people don't want to lose their job right now, you're taking advantage of people's circumstance. And you're talking to them crazy. You're getting all disrespectful. They doing their job, they doing what they're supposed to do, but you just got to show them you the boss. Women good for that. If you ever worked for a woman, you know what I'm talking about. If you ever had a woman that was in charge, oh my God. But anyway, especially women. A woman will tell you the hardest person for a woman to work for is another woman. Especially mine. That's neither here nor there. But if you're a supervisor right now, take caution on how you treat your employees, how you talk to people on the job. Because believe it or not, I've had to talk a few people out of going to work and letting the supervisor have it, lighting their ass up. If you're a supervisor listening to me right now, be careful how you treat your employees. You know they need their job, so you pushing their buttons, trying to get more out of them. They can work harder than that. And you're talking to them crazy. I got a few people right now that I done talked out of going to the job and letting the supervisor lighten their ass up. And I had to talk them out of, what about your kids? Just get another job. Leave that, don't do that. No, I know. Not making this up. I done talk people off the ledge from going to work and letting that supervisor have it. Be careful how you treat people nowadays. Your best bet is just to stay the hell away from around folks. Especially if you don't know how to treat people. You got a history. If people that made it known to you, hey man, you don't know how to talk to people. You done heard it before. Hey man, you don't know how to talk to people. You don't treat people right. If you done heard that a time or two in your life, you better get it together. This ain't the day and time to be talking to people crazy. This ain't the day and time to be picking on folks. If you can't talk to them in a respectable way, you better not talk to them at all. That's what I do. I ain't scared of nobody, but I stay my ass away from around for. I don't care how small you are. I do not underestimate nobody. You never know what's... I just lost my mom. My second mom. I had two moms that lost both of them. And people still effing with me. If I wasn't who I am, if I hadn't been through what I done been through in life, if I wasn't as strong as I am, I swear for Lord, I would come find every one of you and wouldn't care about the consequences. But my mind right. Y'all got lucky that the one you effing with is me. You lucky it's me. You might not be so lucky next time. You might get into a bad habit because you was effing with me and I ain't do nothing. You think the next person you F with ain't gonna do nothing either. and end up sound like the little drummer boy around this bitch. And they carry you out on a gurney on the news. It's a shame that here it is in 2025. I gotta tell this to grown folks. I gotta tell grown people, grown men, grown women, be careful how you treat people. I always tell y'all, don't let nobody mistreat you. I always tell y'all, don't let nobody walk over you. I always tell y'all, don't let nobody F over you. I didn't think that I need to come back and tell you, don't you do it either. I left that part out. So now I need to tell y'all, when I tell you don't let nobody F over you, don't you F over nobody. Don't you F with nobody. Don't you mistreat nobody. Don't you talk to nobody crazy. I don't care if you don't like them. Don't talk to nobody crazy. Don't be rude to people. That's why I stay to myself. Because I know I'll go off on your ass. So for my own safety, not yours, for my own safety, since I know how I am and I'm straightforward, I'm a straight shooter, I shoot from the hip, I know most people can't deal with that, so I stay my ass by myself. Not just because of how shady people are, but also because I know me and I'll say some shit and I ain't losing too many fights, if any. So I'm going to end up out of here from whooping somebody's ass and they come back with the little drummer boy again. So from here on out, I made a vow to myself, I would no longer be the aggressor. I ain't effing with nobody. I just ain't going to let nobody F with me. I will always be in defense mode. Never the aggressor ever again. If you don't do nothing to me, you ain't got to worry about me. I promise you. And y'all better live by that same motto. Don't F with nobody. If people ain't bringing you no threat, leave them alone. Watch how you talk to people. Be careful how you treat people. That shit might bite you in the ass. And Big Water be making a video about you. Get it, got it good. Bye.